I'm Priscilla.
Okay, nice. Okay, Priscilla, thanks for coming in today. How can I help you today?
Oh, I don't know, doctor. I'm not feeling so good. Um, you know, I've got something's wrong. I think it's called cardiovascular illness. It runs in my family. At least
Mm-hmm.
that's what my sister told me. So I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. I feel like my heart is just racing. I don't feel too good.
Yeah, I understand your concern that you feel that cardiovascular illness runs in your family, and this is cause getting you concerned about your health. That's
Yes,
right?
yes, I'm very concerned about my health. Do you think I'm going to die? Will I die?
I understand how you feel, but if you try to control your blood pressure and your cholesterol level, and make it in the normal range, it will decrease your possibility to die from any cardiovascular disease.
Well, I've never had to take any medicine before. Why should I have to take some medicine now?
Did you check your blood pressure before?
No, I've never had to do that either. I've been in good health forever. I'm only 50.
Uh-huh. 50, yeah, okay, but you have to also to try to check your blood pressure and your cholesterol level as normally checked to see if you are in good health or not.
Okay, well, I know that I have a family history of heart attack. I know that.
Yeah.
But I
Mm-hmm.
thought with the way that I exercise and everything, that I was not at risk of having a heart attack.
Mm, no, I think as a chart in front of me, you have high blood pressure. Are you taking any medication for that?
Uh, no, I'm not taking anything, but I'm exercising. I just don't want what happened to my sister to happen to me.
Mm. Actually, your medical checkup show for me it is elevated blood pressure, and you should start to take any medication like beta blocker to reduce the risk of cardiac disease.
Hmm.
Ah, did you?
Can you recommend some things that I can do that maybe would not
Okay.
require me to take medicine?
Actually, yeah, you can do some lifestyle changes like try to take healthy food, more fruits and more vegetable, and try to take a lot of water, and also try to do some exercise, even if 30 minutes walking every day. That will be good for your health. And also that's all lifestyle changes. It is beside medication. Also, you have to take it to reduce the risk of cardiac death. So you have to do both lifestyle modification and medication. Also, you have to take it regularly.
Okay, so I don't have to, so I'm not in danger of dying really soon.
No, you are in a good health, but you have to take care more about your health to avoid any cardiac disease.
Okay. So could you go over the plan for me again?
Okay, let me tell you, you have to do some lifestyle
بس ما اقدرش
modification, like
عملت
to,
اونلاين دلوقتي.
Okay, Sarah, mute your
Yeah.
microphone. Mute your microphone, Sarah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
okay, try to do some style modification, like try to take more healthy food, more vegetables, more fruits, and also increase your water intake, and try to do exercise daily, even if it is 30 minutes walking. Yeah, and beside, try to take your medication to control your blood pressure in the normal range. This all things will decrease your cardiac disease risk. Is that okay
Okay.
with you?
Yeah. So Nabila, I think you are supposed. I mean, these it seems like to me that you should mention. I don't have to know what a beta blocker is, but I think that the person that is grading you,
Medication.
you would actually need to use those words. I think
But
that you.
actually, you didn't tell me about any heart blood pressure. In my card, it is shows that the patient medical checkup confirmed that she has moderately elevated cholesterol and blood pressure. You don't have any idea about this in
Are
your
we
car?
I'm looking at 78, right?
Ah,
Am I looking at 78?
yeah, yeah, it is the same case, yeah.
Okay,
And
but it
she,
doesn't, it's a,
yeah,
okay, it says 50 years old, cardiovascular runs in my family. My sister had a heart attack. A recent medical checkup confirms that it's elevated. Something about cholesterol. I'm
yeah,
worried about
that's you.
become, but I'm thinking that I, the part, the part, I could be wrong, but
Uh-huh.
the part that the patient says isn't really as important as what you say. And I think that you need to use some medical terms. And that's when
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you some questions like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So it's a strongly recommend that the patient commence medication such as beta blockers. You're supposed to tell me to take some beta blockers. And then I'm going to say, I
Uh-huh.
don't know what that is. And then you're going to tell me
Um,
what a beta blocker is, I think.
actually, I told you, okay, I told you about the medication to decrease your blood pressure to be in the normal range. This is
Okay,
called beta blocker, but I didn't mention it.
okay. And so
Yes.
I could be wrong, and I don't know who you can ask, but I
Mm.
think your exam is to demonstrate that you know medical terms.
Mhm.
And if you use the medical terms, you're going to get points for using the medical terms. I don't,
Okay.
I don't have to know what the medical term is. And if I hear it, I'm going to say, doctor, I don't know what a beta blocker is.
Okay,
And then you're going, mm-hmm.
but I don't think the exam it is about to tell the patient about the medical terms. It's just to try to communicate with the patient and try to give him an idea he can understand from this what he had.
Yes, that is true. Again, this will be the last time I say it. This is true. You are supposed to explain everything to me that I don't understand. So the person that is examining you is going to see
Mhm.
how much medical knowledge do you have. And
Okay.
beta blocker is a medical term. I don't have to know what it is. And if I hear you say, so I'm going to strongly recommend to you, Priscilla, that you try some of the beta blockers to reduce the risk of cardiac disease. And I'm going to say, beta blockers, what is that? And you're going to say,
Mhm.
beta blockers are whatever. Or you could
Mhm.
say, you may not know what beta blockers are, but they are simply whatever they are.
It is a medication
Um,
to decrease blood pressure.
yeah, I'm just saying, but
Okay.
yeah, it is to reduce blood pressure. That I understand.
Mhm.
But if you're talking to medical people, which is what they want to know, do you know that that is the correct word to use? I don't know whether that's right or wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
I just know that in other
Okay.
exams that there are certain things that you need to know. If you were doing
Mhm.
like the CET exam that is has to do with something, there are certain words that you need to be able to use, even if I don't know what they mean. All right.
Mhm.
So this time, why don't you be the patient
Okay.
and I'll tell you what I think. Okay. Hello,
Okay.
I'm Dr. Priscilla. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I am Nabila.
Hi, Nabila. Nabila, I'm looking at your chart and it looks like you're here because you're concerned about your health. Could you tell me a little bit about what you're concerned with?
Actually, doctor, my family cardiovascular disease it runs in my family. My older sister had a heart attack, and so I am so concerned. Maybe I have the same.
Oh, I see. So your concern is that cardiovascular illness runs in your family? And
Yeah,
what has happened with your sister?
yeah, she had the heart attack.
Mm, okay. Now, are you experiencing any problems with your heart?
Right now, no, but my recent medical checkup, it is show elevated the cholesterol and the blood pressure also.
Okay, I understand. So with that elevated blood pressure, I would strongly recommend that you commence medication with some beta blockers. And the reason you're using these beta blockers simply means that we're going to reduce the risk of cardiac disease and death. We're just reducing the risk. You may not be at risk, but we're going to further reduce the risk with the beta blockers. Do you understand?
Yeah, but it's difficult for me to use the medication for long term, and also I am so worried about the side effect of this medication.
Okay, I can certainly understand your concern about the side effects, but I want you to know that with the use of the beta blockers, there are some common side effects that can usually be managed with the appropriate dose adjustments.
Okay, good, perfect. Okay, do you recommend anything other than taking medication to decrease getting any cardiac disease?
At this point, right now, Nabila, this is when you're supposed to be like, I'm not going to take any medicine. I've never had to take medicine for long term. That's when I'm supposed to be convincing to you. If you're looking at your
Uh-huh.
card, you're supposed to not just read it because you still have 5 minutes. And the person who is examining you, the patient, is going to
Mhm.
know that they're supposed to make it not so easy for you. Okay, so you need to resist taking any medicine when I say that I'm going to suggest that you take these beta blockers. In fact, you can say, well, doctor, I don't understand what a beta blocker is. Can you tell me what a beta blocker is? Because my card tells me that I need to mention beta blockers. Do you understand?
But in my card, it is not mentioned. It's okay
I
if you
know, but
recommend.
you hear it. You hear it. You hear the word. You hear the
Yeah,
word, and you don't know what
but
it
I
means.
understand from the sentence it is a drug to decrease the medication, decrease the blood pressure. So it's okay with me.
But a patient wouldn't. But a patient wouldn't.
Okay, okay. So what do you want right now?
So you're supposed to say, uh, remember I said something about some beta blockers, and you're supposed to be resisting taking any medicine. Like, I don't want to take any medicine, and I don't even know what a beta blocker is anyway.
Okay. So, doctor, I don't want to take any medication. Also, I don't know what is the beta blocker is.
Oh, well, a beta blocker simply is medicine that reduces the risk of cardiac. I'm not so sure without further tests that you're at risk of this cardiovascular
Mhm.
symptoms, but to reduce the risk, we're going to recommend that you use the beta blockers. So, do you have any other questions about the beta blockers? You see how I'm
No,
turning it back
no,
around? Do you
but
have any questions?
also
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
no, I don't have any other question. But also, I don't think I will take this medication. Okay, doctor, did you give me any idea if I did any modification in my diet or lifestyle can help me to decrease cardiovascular disease?
Yes, I wanted to tell you about what we're going to recommend. I'd like to put you on a treatment plan, and in this treatment plan, we're going to talk about how we're going to manage the side effects. Now, with the use of the beta blockers, and the beta blockers will perhaps have common side effects that can be usually managed with dose adjustments or suitable
Mm-hmm.
alternative medications. So you see there, Nebula, it tells you right there the beta blockers. That's a part of your management plan. I don't necessarily know what beta blockers are, but it suggests that you're supposed to mention those. That the
Okay.
patient has no, but I don't know what contraindication is for beta blockers, but beta blockers just seem like something that you need to mention. And I'm going to say, well, what is a beta blocker? And then you're going to tell me what a beta blocker is. And then you're going to say, do you understand? And I'm going to lie and say, yes, I do, but no, I still don't. And
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to say, so do you have any other questions? And I'm going to say, I'm still not sure. Well, Priscilla, I really understand all of your concerns and I want to address each one. So let's look at beta blockers, for instance. Beta blockers are blah, 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 blah. Do you understand? And I'm going to say, yes, I do. And you're going to say, great. Now, with the management plan that I have outlined for you, it's crucial that you take this medication to avoid or to reduce the risk of cardiac disease and death. And then I'm going to say, okay, doctor, thank you for your time. All right, let's go back. Let me be the patient. I'm going to set the timer now for 5 minutes and I'll be the patient. For those of you that are watching this dialogue between the patient and the doctor, this is how a doctor shows empathy to a patient that is under her care. Okay, so Angela, you ready to start? You are the doctor now.
Okay. Hi, I'm Dr. Dawood.
Which case? I'm sorry. Which case?
Page 78.
Okay.
I think it's page 78, Sarah.
Yeah.
I think it's page 78. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
okay. Hi.
Start again.
Okay. Hi, I am Dr. Dawood. I will be your physician for today. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Dr. Dawood. I'm Priscilla.
Okay, Priscilla. Thanks for coming in today. How can I help you today?
So if you're looking at my chart, you notice that I'm concerned about cardiovascular illness because it runs in my family. And I just had a recent medical checkup and it confirmed that my cholesterol is slightly elevated and blood pressure. I don't know what that has to do with my heart, but I came in today for that.
Okay, I understand your concern. So cardiovascular disease, it is runs in your family, and your recent medical checkup shows that you have elevated cholesterol and blood pressure. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Am I going to die?
I understand your concern, but if you try to make your cholesterol and blood pressure in the normal range, and it will good for your health, and it will decrease the cardiovascular illness in your family. Are you taking any medication for blood pressure right now?
No, I haven't taken blood pressure medicine, anything from, the only thing I take are vitamins.
Okay, so I recommend you to try to start to take medication to decrease blood pressure called beta blocker. Have you heard about this?
No, and I don't think I need to take anything. I think I'm fine. I think the charts are wrong.
No, I don't think so, because we check it also today. It is actually it is elevated also. So I recommend you to try to start your beta blockers as soon as possible to reduce the cardiovascular disease if you're concerned about your health.
Okay. So what is this thing? Becca Barber? What is that?
Beta blocker, it is a medication we use usually to decrease the blood pressure to make it in the normal range.
Okay, and my blood pressure is not, and I'm not in the normal range?
If you take the blood pressure, it will become in the normal range, but we checked it today and it was elevated.
Okay. So is there anything else that I could do instead of taking medication? I prefer not to take medicine. Maybe I can change my lifestyle.
Actually, change your lifestyle, make your food more healthy, increase intake fruits and vegetables, and take more water, and try to do exercise daily, even if it is 30 minutes walking. It will help also to decrease your cardiovascular risk and improve your health. But also try to take your medication besides the lifestyle modification. Okay, don't don't think of lifestyle modification only will help me and medication. No, I will not take it, but try to take both lifestyle modification and take your medication regularly, because both
Mm.
are good for your health and also to decrease your cardiovascular illness. Is that okay with you?
Mm, it doesn't seem like what I came in for today, but if you think that that is going to save my life, then I guess I can try it. How long do you think I should go before I come back in for a checkup?
Sorry again.
If I try this for a while, how long do I need to try this new regimen with the lifestyle change and the medication? Do I
At
take
least
it
for
for a
a
year,
few minutes,
months?
for few months first, and we will check if the medicine is okay with you and make your blood pressure good, and also plus the lifestyle modification. Okay, we
Hmm.
will take this for lifelong term.
Okay. All right. I will try that, Dr. Dawood. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. It's nice to meet you today and see you at your next appointment. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So that
Yeah.
was like 45 seconds before it was finished. Okay. But better. So, okay. So,
If I want to ask here about the concern, why you didn't want to take medication, is that okay to ask here like this?
yeah, that would be fine. Say, Priscilla, so why do you have reservations about taking medicine? And
Mhm.
I did tell you why I didn't want to take the medicine, though. I told you that I've never taken medicine before, and that
Mhm.
was why I
Okay.
didn't want to start taking medicine now. So you can,
Mhm.
make your notes. Even when you're practicing with me, you should be making notes on your paper. Like,
Okay.
what did she say? And you can repeat it again. You can say, like at the beginning, so I remember you said that your sister had a cardiovascular illness. Is that right? Like if you can't remember, what else you say. And so we want you to, we want to take the safeguard so we can stop that. Um, Now I can't even find the word that I want to use. We want to stop the trend of what has happened in your family. We don't want the same
Mhm.
thing to happen to you. So by taking these precautions, such as doing the exercise, changing your diet, and taking your beta blockers, you are no longer as a high risk for cardiovascular illness.
Mhm.
But again, all that is going to be required for you and everyone else that's taking that exam is just saying these things over and over and over again. How do you say the same thing? How do you talk about beta blockers? How do you talk about extenuating circumstances? How do you look back at the beginning and pull something when you can't think of what else am I supposed to say? Just remember that um, you can say, I believe you're 50 years of age. Is that right? Now, because you don't know what else you're supposed to say, that is when you're thinking again. So you just look up at your chart and say, I understand you're 50 years of age. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so your goal, the examiner is listening to see how quickly you can think and can you speak in English. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. Um, Sarah, do you want to try?
Sarah?
Yes.
Do you wish to try?
Okay, the same case or another one?
It's up to you.
Okay.
I have my book.
So let's try the same case.
Okay. So first, let me listen to you be the doctor or the nurse, Nabila. Try to be the patient. And
Okay.
again, the patient, it doesn't really matter what the patient says because no, the patient is the examiner, kind of. Go ahead.
Okay. So Nabila will be the patient. That's right.
That
Yeah.
is correct. You are the
Okay.
nurse.
Okay. Hello, I am Dr. Sarah. I will be the treating physician today. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, doctor.
What's your name?
I am Ala.
Okay, thanks for coming in today, Ala. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, doctor, thanks.
Thank you. So I'm taking a look at your chart, and I can see that you are here today to discuss your cardiovascular illness. That's right?
Yeah, actually, doctor, I am so concerned about my health because the cardiovascular illness runs in my family, and my elder sister had a heart attack. So I am so worried about this. If I got, I at risk to get heart attack or not.
Okay, I'm so sorry for your words, but it's really critical to have this thought about your health because of your age, you actually more susceptible to undesirable events. So you make the right things to come here, and thanks again for that. And let me assure you that by doing regular checkup and scheduling regular appointments to review your cholesterol and blood pressure, this will be for sure a good preventive measure for you. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, okay, but actually my recent checkup showed that I has elevated cholesterol and the blood pressure. What do you think about this?
Okay, thank you for sharing. Let me explain that these high levels of cholesterol and blood pressure may be related to your age and may be also related to lifestyle. As a result, we need to make a little lifestyle modification that will improve your health in general. But
What do
I
you
want to add, yes, any concern?
Yeah, what do you mean with lifestyle modification? What I should do?
Okay, okay, Ella. All right, I can see. Yes. When I'm talking about lifestyle modification, I mean that we need to have healthy food habits, and by reducing the amount of fat and eating more vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
In addition, exercising regularly and keep stress out will improve your condition.
Aha.
Then
So
the
no need
point
to.
here,
So I
so
don't. Okay. So I don't need to take any medication, right?
this is the point I want to discuss to you. So let's share this with you. I recommend the next step. The better next step is to start a drug called beta blocker. It will be benefit for your cardiovascular health, and it will reduce your high blood pressure and make it more controllable.
Oh, doctor, I don't think I will take this medication because I am so worried about the side effect and why I will take a medication for how long I will take this medication, doctor.
Okay. So Ala, this is a long run disease. So we need to control it by adding some drugs. It may be we will need it for 1 year or more if we get the desirable effect from it. Do you get my point?
I get it, but I am not convinced about this because it is so hard for me to take medication for long term, and also I am so worried about the side effect.
So now,
Yes,
now,
I appreciate your
Sarah,
fears.
Sarah, so now, because you're coming close to your 5 minutes, summarize. So say to her, I understand now. Now let me summarize what we've talked about today, and I'll ask if you have questions, okay?
Okay.
So
Sarah.
Ala, I will summarize what we have discussed today. We need to run some lifestyle modification and add beta blocker drug to control your blood pressure. We will arrange for a next appointment to check your blood pressure again, and I hope for you that it will be more controllable. It's okay. It's okay with you?
Yeah, thanks, doctor.
Thank you, Ale, and see you soon.
And so there's no particular time. There's no particular time to say, is that okay with you? Or, but you want to make sure she understands the instructions, and she's going to usually say yes. So do you understand what I've shared with you today? Not so much if is this okay, because it's already not okay, but do you understand what I've shared with you today? And if what would you say if she says no? If she says no, I don't understand anything, but you know your 5 minutes is up. So if someone says no, I don't understand anything, then you might say, I understand blah 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 that you are concerned, but I want to reassure you that if you follow what we've outlined for you today, that you will feel much better. I want you coming in today because now you don't want to hear any more questions. It's time for you to stop.
Yeah.
Okay. So wrap up now, Sarah. Tell her what you told her. And don't say, is that okay at the end? Summarize what you told her today. And I'm listening for your evaluation without the ums and the ahs. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry again, what do you want me to do?
I want you to summarize her diagnosis or her medical plan of action. What do you want her to do when she leaves the office today? I want to say thank you so much for coming in today. I want to go over what we discussed.
Okay, thank you, Ale, for coming today. Let's discuss what we have discussed. Sorry, again.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Ale, today. Let's review what we have discussed today. I recommend that you should follow my okay, I need to make it again. Just a second. I want to go.
Yeah, so Alice, thank you so much for coming in today. I'd like to review what we discussed. The first thing we discussed is to reduce your cardiovascular risk, or the risk of whatever that word is. In order to reduce the risk of this, it is suggested that you follow this plan. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I will start over.
Okay.
So thank you for coming in, Ala, today. I want to review. I want to review what we have discussed today. In terms of your symptoms and your previous checkups, I think you are more susceptible to have cardiovascular disease. So there are some strategies we can cope with your condition that we can, if you follow these guidelines, your condition will be much better. These guidelines involve your lifestyle modification and taking your drug regularly.
Okay.
And see you soon in next appointment.
Okay, and thank her for coming. Okay, so now Sarah, summarize what you understood her to say that you should be doing.
Summarize what she should doing?
No, I want her to summarize what you told her to do.
Summarize what she should do?
Not you, Sarah. Not you, Sarah.
Nabila? Okay.
Nabila is going to tell me what she should be doing. What does she understand?
Okay. Thanks for coming in today. Let me summarize what we have discussed today. To reduce your cardiovascular risk, for you to try to do some lifestyle modification regarding your diet and your exercise, and also try to start your medication to reduce the blood pressure to be in the normal range. That's all strategy can make your blood pressure in normal range, and also decrease your cardiovascular risk and make you more healthy. Is that, are you understand this? Okay, Mrs. Ala, thanks for coming in today, and see you at your next appointment.
Okay, so both of you still have those ahs. this is what is going to require the most of your attention. I know that one of you asked me, can you say a few? And you said that you were listening to an example that was given and they did use the Oz, but I can almost promise you that they did not use as many Oz as you're having in these conversations. Just think of things in sentences. Almost for any test that I help students prepare for, if you think of a complete sentence, that is going to reduce the number of Oz. If what is going to come out of your mouth is not a complete sentence, then it is not going to be what you need to be saying. Okay, so let me look and see what I would say. And again, there are just still some certain things. I closed my little book. Let's see if I can find it. That's not it. Book. Okay, on page 78 and looking at the doctor's point. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming in today, and I really understood all of your concerns, or at least most of them, but I want to strongly recommend that you start the medication using the beta blockers that we talked about, all right? The next thing that I want to point out is that it's important that you look at your lifestyle. You may need to include management of exercise, and of course the medication to reduce the risk of cardiac disease. Do you have any other questions that I could answer for you? And probably say no. So it's not like I even said a whole lot. I just said two things. Okay, because when I mentioned that the management plan, I don't mention everything that's on the management plan. It's written and you can look at it supposedly. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at the very next one, 79 and 79. Sarah, I'll be the doctor if you'll be the patient. Let me know when you're ready. I've already read it.
You will be the doctor, and me, I am the patient. That's right.
Right, you're the patient. And the reason I'm going to be the doctor is because I want you to know that it's not so important what you say as a patient, but it's important what you say as a doctor or as a
yes.
doctor.
Give me a second to bring the book. Just a second.
Okay. Well, now, do you have your book already?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can start with page 70. What did I say?
Okay.
79.
So I will be patient.
Mm-hmm. You're
okay.
the patient.
Okay. You can start.
Hello, I'm Dr. Priscilla. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. May I ask your name?
My name is Ala.
Ala? Is
Ala.
that? Could you spell that for me?
You can call Ala.
A-L-A?
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, great. So Ala, looking at your chart, it looks like you might be at risk of skin cancer. Do you know, can you tell me what you know about that?
Actually, doctor, my friend recently diagnosed with malignant melanoma. It's cancer in the skin, you know that, and I have a lot of skin moles, so I am worried about this, and I want to remove it because I am concerned it may be convert to be cancers.
Okay, so I understand that you are familiar with the word malignant melanoma. Is that right?
Yeah, because I have searched about this on the internet to see what is that.
Good for you, good for you. Most people do not necessarily know this, but the moles that you're speaking of today, they are usually preventable or treatable. And at the age, I think you are 25, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the age of 25, there isn't that much need for you to be that concerned, but I'm really happy that you are here today. I want to say that people that are usually in the third or fourth decade, being 30 or 40, there might be a higher level of concern. But today, from the chart, it doesn't appear that there is a real reason for you to be concerned. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
even though you may have a friend that has had a problem or was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, I don't think that today that you are at that level.
Uh-huh. No, but okay, how can I be sure, doctor, it's not going to turn dangerous?
That's a great question. One of the things that I'd like to suggest that you do is to regularly pay attention to those spots. And if you see that the spots have changed and they have an irregular border or there's a different color, that you alert the medical staff here at this office immediately.
Okay, I see. Thanks, doctor, for that. Okay, doctor, can you give me any recommendation how to prevent to prevent my moles to be cancers?
Absolutely. One of the first things that I would suggest that you do is to avoid being out in the sun without protection. So you would need to wear sunscreen, probably a hat, protective clothing. Now, there's no reason why you can't go out and enjoy the sun, but you do need to protect your skin, especially since you have moles already. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Thanks, doctor. But I am still so worried about this to be malignant. I need to remove it. I am so worried.
Okay, I understand, Alice, that I understand your concern, but I want to assure you that one other thing that we can do as a precaution is to take photos of the moles that you have, and we will check to see if there is any enlargements, and we'll take a look at these moles in 6 months. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it sounds good for me. Thanks, doctor, for this suggestion.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is summarize what we talked about today. You came in first because of the moles that you have, and you were concerned primarily because someone that you know has had a situation where they were cancerous. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to assure you that there is nothing malignant about these moles that you have today, but as a precaution, we're going to re-examine them in 6 months. I want you to use sunscreen, wear hats, and protective clothing when you're out in the sun. Do you have any other questions that I could answer for you?
No, thanks, doctor.
Okay, super, super, super. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, doctor.
So you see how we established rapport. I referred back to your age or something, and at the end, I referred back to your friend, letting you know that I did hear you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sarah, you ready?
To be the patient?
Yes, I want you to be the patient.
Okay.
I want you to give me some resistance so that I can show you how to get back on task. Let me set the timer for 5 minutes. Set timer for 5 minutes. Okay.
5 minutes, you will prepare for the doctor and me, the patient. That's right?
Yeah, we're talking now. Hello, Dr. Priscilla. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. How do you spell your name?
Sorry.
How do you spell your name, Sarah?
Yes, it's S-A-R-A.
Great, Sarah. Sarah, I'm looking at your chart, and it seems that you're concerned about some moles that you have. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. I have a lot of moles covering my whole body. And I'm really concerned because I like so much to go for beach. And actually, I have been sunburned during my childhood.
Well, I know what it's like to go to the beach. I love to go to the beach. But tell me, are these moles giving you any problems today?
Well, I have a big concern of having malignancy in my skin. What do you think, doctor?
Well, looking at the chart, it doesn't appear that there is any problems other than you just have moles. Are they giving you any problems?
Actually, I'm coming today to remove all of moles in my body.
Okay, so you want all of them removed? Why would you want them all removed?
Because I have my friend, one of my friends had a similar condition and he died with malignant melanoma.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so sorry to hear about the loss of your friend. But looking at your chart, I can assure you that your moles are not malignant. But it is important that we be aware of them and watch them to make sure that they do not become malignant. But as it is right now, you're not in danger of having a malignant mole on any of the ones that we've looked at so far.
So, doctor, you don't believe that the best way to get rid of any malignancy, that I should remove all of the moles on my skin, isn't?
Well, as I understand what you're asking, if they were malignant, Sarah, we would remove them. But as your chart says today, your moles are not malignant. But what I recommend that we do is watch them and see if they enlarge in size, like the diameter or the shape. If those things change, we would have a reason for concern. Could you tell me if there is any liquid coming from these moles, or are they changing colors?
No.
Okay. And you're only 25, so this is not the age that I would say that you would need to be concerned. It's when you reach your 30s and 40s that we look at moles a little differently. What I would like to recommend is that we take steps toward safeguarding you against malignancy. Would you like to hear about that?
Yes, doctor, but I'm still not convincing that that's the, what do you think if I remove all my moles, all the moles from my body, it will be dangerous?
I wouldn't necessarily say that removing the moles will be dangerous. I'm suggesting that it is not necessary for you to remove the moles. Typically, moles are removed when they are malignant. Your moles are not malignant. They're not displaying any reasons to believe that they are going to become malignant. However, I am suggesting that we take precautions, and over the next 6 months, we'll watch these, we'll take photos today, and you will come back into the office in 6 months. All right?
Well, so what do you think, doctor, the best next step?
The next step, as I was explaining, and I'll go over this again, is that we will encourage you to wear sunscreen, wear a hat, wear protective clothing, and of course, come back in 6 months for a review.
And this will prevent my the moles to convert in malignancy?
Well, actually, Sarah, there is no guarantee in the medical field. However, we can take the precautions, which would be, again, come back in 6 months, use sunscreen, wear protective clothing, and a hat when you're out at the beach. Okay?
Well, doctor, I will try.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. All right. So you see, I tried to take the control back for the way that the conversation is going, and I didn't lose my focus of what I needed you to concentrate on. You're not going to die, blah, blah, blah. Now the two of you can try to do that one together, and we'll end for today. You both can do both. Okay?
You mean
The
I
same
didn't
one.
get you.
You and Sarah, you and Nebula can do the same one.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same one together. One of you will be this patient and the other one will be the doctor, and then the other one will be the doctor and the other one will be the patient. Again,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which situation you choose. You're going to offer a recommendation. You're going to hear the patient acknowledge that I have a concern. I'm dying. I'm overweight. I'm fat. I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But I want to assure you, these are the same thing that you're going to say, whatever the situation is. Okay?
Okay. Yes. Nabila, are you here? Nabila?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you can start.
Okay. I will be the doctor. Me? You mean right this?
Okay, yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Dr. Dawood. I will be your physician for today. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I am Sarah.
Thanks for coming in today, Sarah. How can I help you today?
Well, doctor, I'm really concerned with the moles covering my body.
Yeah.
And if you can could help me, if you can help me by removing them, I will be happy.
Yeah, I understand your concern, but you concerned about your moles. But what is the kind of your concerning?
Yes. Actually, doctor, I think they will convert in malignancy because one of my friends had died with melanoma recently.
I see right now. Okay, thanks for sharing this information with me. I understand your concern, but let me reassure you that most of moles it's not necessary to become malignant, and also your age as in the chart it is 25. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
So most of moles at this age, most commonly.
Okay, doctor, that's mean that isn't the removal of all the moles is the best way to prevent cancer?
Yeah, actually, Sarah, there is not necessary, there is no any cause to remove this moles. Actually, most of time it is benign in that age. But my recommendation for you to try to watch any changes on this mole. Means changes in the shape, in the color, in the diameter, different in coloration in it. That's it. If you see any change during means I mean any changes in this mode, try to seek at this time for medical consultation. But at that moment, you don't need anything. Just watch it.
So why I should wait to watch it and maybe I made mistake. Is it dangerous to remove all the moles?
No, actually, there is no indication to remove it because it is benign. So, what is the reason for me to remove it right now?
Because this is the best preventive measure of cancer.
No, not remove it. Just watch it. If you see any changes, okay. After that, we can check if we can remove it or not. Also.
Well, doctor, so what's the next step?
Actually try to there are some precaution to decrease to convert it to be malignant, like to try to check your skin regularly and protect against the sun by using sunscreen and wear protective clothing. That measure will help you to decrease the converting to be malignant. Are
Well,
you
doctor, I want to tell you that when I was young,
Okay.
I used to.
Okay, so let's stop there. Now reverse roles.
okay?
I guess you all will have to try to keep up with. I have it set for 5 minutes, but I didn't show you. So you need to. The doctor will need to start to wrap it up because you are supposed to be finishing. Okay, ready? When you start, I'll start. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah. I will be the treating physician today. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, doctor. I'm Nabila.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I will start over. Hello, I will be the treating physician today. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, doctor.
What's your name?
Nabila. You can call me Nabila.
Thanks for coming in today, Nabila. I'm taking a look at your chart. I can see that you are here because a problem in your skin.
Yeah, actually, doctor, I am so concerned because I have a lot of moles in my skin since childhood, and recently my friend diagnosed with skin cancer. So I am so concerned, and I want to remove all these skin moles. Please help me.
I totally, I totally appreciate your fears of having cancer and sorry for your loss. But let me assure you that, according in terms of your symptoms and examination, your condition is different. Your condition is totally benign. So at that moment, we don't need to remove any mole because it's not harmful. Is that clear?
No, how do you know it is not not harmful for me?
Well, that's a great question. Let me explain that the mold is quite common condition. A lot of people have this kind of dark pigmentation. What we should do next, we should just observe it. We should watch out for any change in color, in borders, in any discharge coming out, or any asymmetry. Do you want to know more about that?
Sure.
So, do you have any fluids coming from it?
No.
Okay, that's a good sign. So, Nabila, again, I will share this with you. You have you can start guidelines regarding protecting your skin, especially if you are exposed to sun. Do you have any idea about that?
No.
So I will strongly recommend to wear a hat, put sun screen, and sunscreen should be applied 20 minutes before exposure to sun, and make sure that you applied it frequently. And the last thing I wanted to mention that you should also, if you have like sunburn or any abnormal condition, you should cover it from sun exposure. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear, but also I want to remove it. I am so worried to be something dangerous.
Yes, I can see. But let's say focus on. I have a suggestion. In fact, we can take a photo for as a follow up, and we can review, take it as a review after 6 months. If any change had happened or will happen, if any change happened, we can at that time change our strategy. I
Okay,
can, for example, I can explain more. I can refer you to a surgeon and take a biopsy or sample, examine it under microscope, and search for any cancer.
Okay, okay, I see.
Okay, so at the end, I wanted to review what we have discussed today. According to your symptoms and signs, I think you have a totally normal condition or common condition called moles, especially according to your age. So I strongly recommend to watch out your body, watch any changes, and take a strict way or follow strict way to keep your skin healthy by applying frequent sunscreen as you expose to the sun.
Okay. All right, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for practicing. You can
Thank you,
listen
doctor.
to it. Again, the biggest concern that I have for you are those excessive ums and ahs. You're going to get the best practice, in my opinion, in just talking about the task, talking about what you are supposed to do. Here is my suggestion. Look at any task, it doesn't matter which one, and write out five sentences about the task. Now, you may not find all of the words for the task in the body of your task. This is something that you might need to know. For example, I talked about the beta blockers. You need to know what a beta blocker is and what a beta blocker does. That could be one of your sentences when you're talking to a patient and you mention the word beta blockers, then you'll have a sentence explaining what a beta blocker is, even if the patient doesn't ask. Since you're mentioning a beta blocker, you can just go ahead and tell the patient what a beta blocker is. These are just some suggestions. And then you will have your transitional phrases such as, however, for this reason, and consistently saying something like, I understand your concern. I want to assure you, you are at the right place. We have the resources to look at whatever. And according to your chart, it shows that whatever it is, it shows that you're 25 years of age. It shows that you have moles. It shows that you have a throat problem. Whatever it is that you want to say to get the conversation started, it is just to get the conversation started. But if you post in the Facebook group, I don't need to hear the dialogue of, hello, I'm Dr. whatever. Just tell me about the task. A patient has come in with moles. I am going to recommend that the patient use sunscreen. The reason I'm suggesting that the patient use sunscreen is to reduce the risk of cancer. There are various types of cancer and blah, 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 blah. Any questions before we go?
No, thank you,
Thanks,
doctor.
doctor.
Okay, thanks guys. See you next time. All right, bye-bye.